much more about the spiritual science part. So, my dear friends, spiritual science is one of the sciences which is the foundation for all systems of life. Human life is based on the spiritual science. The more we know spiritual science, the more easy we will lead our life with all sorts of happiness, with uninterrupted happiness. That is the purpose of spiritual science. And this science, of course, is distanced from us because it is not taught in our school academics. Anyway, now the physical sciences, the other class, we understood they are all based on the materialistic knowledge, informatory science about the objective systems. The physical sciences are very important for achieving the target of spiritual science also. Okay. And spiritual science is necessary to achieve the target of physical sciences. Okay. Both sciences are equally important. So physical sciences are there so that to have our personal needs and necessities, okay, and to enjoy the nature. This is the purpose of spiritual science. No, sorry, physical sciences. But in discharging these two things, to follow the nature as well as sustain our physical body, without body we cannot do any sort of yogic practices. All spiritual science cannot be practiced without our existence. First of all, we should live, isn't it? For living we have taken the body here. For the body to sustain, we need some food and we need some shelter and we need some sort of avocation for that. So we need these physical sciences give that. Okay, physical sciences always feed not only humans, all the systems of the earth planet. Okay, so Bhautika Shastra is very, very essential. From Bhautika Shastra, first we should sustain the body. That's why physical um, education or physical sciences are very important. Shariram Adyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. My dear masters, Shariram Adyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. If you want to practice dharma or dharma palana or non-violence or yogic practices or achieve the best in the life systems, here and in other worlds also, which is more progressive, that sort of action to do, first we need the welfare of our body. Actually, our body should be in a position to stand for some time so that all these things can be done. That is the reason physical sciences has been important. And thereafter, only physical sciences cannot do. Okay, then we fall sick sometimes. We fall the victims of all sorts of emotional life and all sorts of bad and good. We will not be able to understand what it is, what this is, what is right, what is wrong. All these things are there. For that, spiritual science will be rendering its portion of role. Okay, so role of spiritual sciences also is so important as that of physical sciences. Now we will see these physical systems we have already seen, and then we will go into the spiritual science subject. Okay, spiritual sciences subject. The spiritual science is based on the three foundations, three topics. What is the physical body system? It deals with for asanas. It is developed. Okay, the asanas are meant for keeping your body in good state. Then the respiratory system and the astral body, all organs of the body. The physical body doesn't have any organs, as you know. Physical body has got only solid things which cannot work on its own. Somebody should move, somebody should take it somewhere like this. So astral body is doing that job in us. Astral body is invisible body we have headed by the mind. So the mind and all other organs. The next class I will be able to explain to you. We will take up that subject, that how many bodies we have and what are the parts of the bodies and which part does what actions. Okay, that we will study in a later course. For this class, kindly understand that we have astral body with us. That body is headed by mind chiefly. Okay, so that is very important, and for that, all the organs and the mind should work properly. For that, we need respiratory system to be active. That means the pranayama practice is very important. That is breathing in and breathing out. Air is more important for everyone to sustain their life. not only humans, all creatures, all species of this earth planet need air. Okay, so that is called pranayama, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. It is linked to the respiratory system in the body. Okay, and with this practice, that will be more efficient and more healthy and more in good state. Okay, more performing. And then the third one is we need some mental health. Okay, so the mental health is important, which is connected with the wisdom. Okay, the wisdom is more important for a human to analyze the things what they are seeing, analyze the objects what they are in association with, what they use. Okay, and analytical mind, and deciding what is right and what is wrong is more important. That is called wisdom. Okay, so jhana is there for us. That practice will give us this faculty of wisdom. What is wisdom? Deciphering what is right and what is not. So this sort of viveka, this is called viveka. Viveka means wisdom, and knowledge is information, my dear masters. Okay, knowledge is coming from the physical sciences, and wisdom comes from the spiritual sciences. Okay, so that is what we already know, and we will try to analyze all these things for that. Okay, spiritual science is called yoga shastra, and as we discussed, asana for body, pranayama for astral body, and dhyana for mental body. Okay, astral body is inclusive of mental body. Okay, and then yogic science discipline, that is called, what is the vidya in this? Asanas, that is giving physical health. Pranayama, it is giving the health of astral body, and all activities it will be doing. Astral body does all activities. So the more pranayama, the more awareness of your breathing brings you a better performance from all organs of your astral body. And then dhyana is for mental health. Okay, and then so this is sum up, 4 3. So first is health, physical health. Second one is astral body health, that is performance. Jhana is for achieving goals, with wisdom. All the three are needed. All these three are essential for fetching roti, kapda, or makan. So if you want good roti, good shelter, good kapda, and all those things, a decent life, with a decent spending of pleasant time and all those things. For that, we need these three. What is that? Asanas, pranayama, and dhyana. Dhyana means meditation. All these three are, and when once there is food, shelter, and roti, kapada, or makan, then only we can sit and do asanas and pranayama and meditation. Okay, they are interdependent. We need physical sciences and we need spiritual sciences also. Understood? So that is most important. Then spiritual science is for self-development. That is goals, And maintenance of body and mind is done by these physical sciences, If you are having a self goal, you can do something better. Better performance gives better life. Okay. Better performance lands you in better comforts, better easy life, better luxury, better wisdom, better achievement, and better performance in altogether. Okay, that is called wisdom, self-study. What is self-development? On the goals, not the desires. Desires are not at all included here, either in physical or in spiritual science. But in physical sciences, if we are not with spiritual sciences, then the desires will peep into physical sciences. The desires are not needs and necessities, my dear friends. Desires are not necessary in our life. Needs and necessities are there, or we have to take care of. We have to look after the needs and necessities. But no desires. Desires are spoiling our track of life. Okay, our path of life will be disturbed by unnecessary desires. Actually, desire is not required for any person. Needs and necessities are fine. Okay, you earn money. What is to the extent you need it. Excess money is dangerous. People will rob it, and you will have fear psychosis or that. What is excess? Always is dangerous. So excess nothing. So excess is called desire, my dear friends. So no excess. You have only sufficient for today and tomorrow. That's it. Not day after. Not for grandchildren also. Not for his grandchildren. Not like this. We should not go all those things. No desires, please. And only you have to say you have to improve your knowledge, and you have to you grow in, your intelligence, your wisdom. That should grow. That is not the desire. Suppose if you want to be a great scientist, that is not a desire, my dear masters. Kindly understand the difference between desire and goal. Goal is personal growth development, astral body development. Desire is only on physical matters, some sort of things to purchase. That's it. Goal are not purchasable. Desires are purchasable. That is the thing. Goal is concerning with the wisdom. Unless you have brains, you cannot achieve anything. And desires, if you have money, you can get anything. That there is no necessity of wisdom for that. It is a purchasable things, and non-purchasable things are achieved by wisdom. My dear masters, you can become anything. You can put up a big factory. So you are asking for a car, but you can put a car factory that is more important. That will give you thousands of cars to you. Okay? That is done by wisdom. Self-study, self-confidence, self-thinking, self-decision, self-help, self-knowledge, and creativity, innovation, invention, discovery, all these things are there. Okay. And these are all not in physical sciences. Day in and day out, we will say self-confidence, but we are not aligning ourselves with the self. We are keeping the self away. We don't know what is self. We don't study what is self. So if that is the case, how can we become a better individual or a performer? We cannot become a performer. We can ask the best, we can listener, and or we can become a servant. That's it. We cannot be at the helm of affairs. To lead, it is not possible for us because to lead somebody, we need wisdom, not money, okay, not any other object. We need wisdom. So the wisdom is, what does it do? It gives solutions for every situation. In the physical world, every situation is differing from time to time. Something else will fall and you will not imagine, and you don't know what is that. Suddenly you will have to decide something. So suddenly something happens. Unimaginable, unspeakable. Okay. And this sort of world is there. Uncertainty is there. So this cannot be done by money. It can be tackled only with instant wisdom. Okay. Solution should strike to your mind. Then only it will happen. So self-thinking is more important, my dear masters. So that's why spiritual science occupies the highest prominence. It is predominantly, over the physical science, superior. Once you have spiritual science, then you can deal with physical sciences just like that. But it is also necessary that physically we should be good and everything and all those. Physical sciences are also very much needed so as to make the best out of spiritual sciences. Understood? So the self-decision, self-help and all those things, we are speaking, but we are not knowing what it is. Everybody speaks, we must have self-confidence, but they do not know what is self. Simply they speak. So, my dear masters, we have to study what is self and all those things. For that, we are now trying to do that. And then that is called Paramartha. Now, spiritual science goes to Paramartha, whereas physical sciences go to Artha. Artha means money, objective things. Paramartha means non-objective things, wisdom. This is based on wisdom, and you cannot purchase the wisdom. Can you purchase wisdom for something? But you can purchase knowledge. You can request somebody to give the cooking knowledge of certain vegetable. Fine, they will let you know. You will get it. But wisdom, you can't get it. When once that curry is getting spoiled, then what you will do? If you are wise enough, you can retrieve it. You can add something else, whatever it is. So wisdom is very, very important. That brings us rewards, happiness, sorrow-free state of mind, and peace, joy, bliss, ananda. All these things are non-purchasable. You cannot purchase reward. It will come on its own. If you want to purchase reward, doesn't work. Okay. Results are not like that. Results are according to your work. If you work, you will get result. If you give 1,000 rupees, you will get the result of 1,000 rupees. Understood? And rewards, it is not like that. You work, even if you don't ask, you will get something, whatever you have worked, double, triple times of that. So the reward is that it is immeasurable. That is called bahumana. Bahu means immense. Something, that you have done. Some employee is working day and night. He is paid only a small amount of every month, but he works irrespective of that money, irrespective of the number of hours he is supposed to do. He will give head and heart to the company, and he works very sincerely and genuinely and without minding the time and rhyme. And he is rewarded with the post of general manager. So what is the cost of general manager's post? Nobody can get it, even they pay a lot of money. So how it has come, that is a reward for his work. Okay, that sort of work we should do. That is called wisdom. Because he is wise enough, he did not mind the money. His target is only to help the company. That's how a wise person will be proceeding further. He goes fast of all. He will be friend of all. Okay. So that is called reward and all those things. Most understanding friends also we will get. And sometimes, if you are doing your wonderful job in the company, you will be blessed with a very, 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 sincere and lovable and wise life partner. A boy will get good girl, a girl will get good boy as a husband. Not for money, because they have been working with a sincere mind. They are rewarded with that. A sincere wife, what is the value of that? Possessing a cooperative, possessing a wise wife is the result of 100 lifetimes. So what is that? It is not measurable in money, my dear masters. Similarly, some good friend we get, invaluable friend, gives proper advice in time. In times of crisis, such a solution is required. What is the value for that? Invaluable, So you can't find solutions of that nature that can be taken as a reward for the people if they are sincere, if they are helpful, if they are minding the spiritual values of compassion, kindness, kind heart, and wisdom, all these qualities, noble qualities, if we imbibe by spiritual science. No violence. Okay. So that sort of things, if you are associated with, if you show to your own brethren, to your own fellow beings, so much of kindness, then you will be rewarded. Not in kind, unknowingly you will get benefit. You cannot purchase that. You cannot see also. You don't know also that you have got the reward. But you are with very, 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 very comfortable life. Throughout the life, the people will be helping you. It depends on what you give, you will get back. Okay. So if you are giving the good work, you will get back that. In multiples, you will get it. That is called reward. Okay, my dear masters. So don't think and don't go always, this much I give, that much you give. That is not correct. You give simply. Don't ask what you are going to get. You ask them, you forget about it, renunciate. Okay. Then be giver, that's it. And whatever comes is in abundance, it comes. If you ask only that much, I give 1,000 rupees, you also give 1,000 rupees, too much only, you will be satisfied with only that. But if you give 1,000, I forget about it, and you see, you make use of that. I don't need for that. Krishna Arpanam, let it go to everybody. Okay. Krishna is everywhere. Everyone, let them enjoy that. I don't need that 1,000. I don't want it back. Then you will be rewarded with this sort of unseen benefits. So many unseen benefits, which will not be equivalent to any amount of money. Okay, my dear master, this is the spiritual science, and the benefits of spiritual science is so much that you cannot estimate also. A small friend, Kuchela, has gone to his friend, and even he did not ask. He wanted a small sum amount of money for his livelihood, because he was very poor. After going there, he also forgot that. He only felt happy at his friend. And then when simply that, he did not ask. Probably had he asked some amount of money, Krishna would have given that much and kept quiet. Because Kuchala did not ask Sri Krishna anything. Then what happened? The very thing, the whole house itself is turned into a gold. The immeasurable wealth he could get. So these are all the things that are the benefits from spiritual values. That's why we request all the students should cultivate spiritual values so that you will get the physical phenomenon in a beautiful way. Physical plane, it will be a play of a better game for you. Then purity also it happens. By spiritual science, if you do yogic practices, you will get purity in you. What is purity in you? Purity of the object is something, purity of self is something. Purity of your inner personality, that is called, it dissolves anger, jealousy, etc. Arishad Vargas are there, 6 enemies are there in us. What is that? Anger, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madam, Ascharyas. In Sanskrit, they say Kama means desire, Krodha means anger, Mada means pride and ego, Mascharya means jealousy, Mada, Mascharya. See? Kama, Krodha, Lobha means greediness. So these 6 things are there in us that spoil our brain, and they are not allowing us to have noble qualities like giving and like understanding, like helping, like compassionate. All those things will not be there. So this sort of inner enemies, whatever they are not in you actually. They are coming from outside. Every boy takes birth in a pure heart, no pollution. But as and when he behaves meddles with the nature, people around and things around, when he comes into contact, all these things will give back to this child. These sort of things will develop inside. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha. He will see a person who is angry and he will develop angry. He will see a person who is very, very greedy fellow and he also becomes a greedy fellow. Like that. See and learn is there. So this should be stopped. How to stop? Then spiritual science will come to our rescue. Do meditation, it will stop. My mind will become pure out of that. So no ill will, no question of jealousy, no question of anger, no question of greediness, and all that. Okay. So that is the thing. Purity is one of the important benefits of spiritual science. Any profession like lawyer, doctor, teacher, dancer, musician, etc., need to have the yoga discipline first. All the professional people or whatever it is, they are all masters in the respective areas. Whether they need this spiritual science, there is a big doubt with them. So now one should understand that everyone, be it a doctor, lawyer, or whatever profession he may be, he needs spiritual science. Why? Because he needs wisdom and he needs to be pure in his heart, and he should be a better performer in his own field. So for that, spiritual science is a wonderful solution for them. Okay. And then we get 2 benefits, in fact. So the spiritual science will also provide us liberation from sorrow. Okay. So our sorrow will disappear the moment you are having the yogic practices like asana, pranayama, and meditation, and liberation from rebirth also. When once you are in becoming a dhyani, once you are becoming a meditator, and once you becoming a rishi or brahmarshi or rajarshi or and all sorts of this thing, wise people, they are all called wise people. Rishi means wise man, that's it. Okay. When once you become a meditator, that means becoming a wise person, then you will not get you will not get to fall in the cycle of birth and death. Okay, you will be away from that. You will be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. Okay. So you will not reincarnate again. You need not come to this earth planet again and again. Okay, once itself you pass the examination and get away, and you will go into the upper realms, celestial worlds. You will be given. There are a lot of posts are there. In the upper worlds also, there are so much of governance is there. Okay, galaxy governance is there. Galactic confederation is there. A lot of administration is going on. Just like that, just like below, so is the above. A lot of governance, a lot of posts are there vacant. A lot of enlightened masters are required there. So when once you are enlightened here, when once you are trained, this is a school. The Earth planet is a school. When once we are educated here fully, and once we get enlightened, and when once we master this sort of globe, the universal wisdom, we get it, then we will be fit enough to rule over the upper worlds. In the same way, in the same direction, one master, our Paramahamsa Yogananda and his guru, Yukteswara Giri, they are all taking charge of the astral universes as on today. The messages have been received like anything from those two masters, what to do and what not to do. For all great personalities will be in touch with them. And they are required there. So you are also required there for performing the governance of the galactic bodies. Okay, cosmology is there to rule, and who is ruling that? People from Earth planet who got enlightened, they will be given that opportunity there. Kindly, masters, we should get liberation from sorrow. We should get liberation from rebirth again. So this is what we need. Okay, and if yogic science is not known, one cannot come to know what happiness is and what kind heart is and what compassionate we are. We don't know. He will be distanced from peaceful and joyful life permanently. He will lose the twin benefits also. So he will neither get liberation from sorrow nor rebirth. Both will be again and again. That cycle will repeat. Both the sciences are needed for all of us. Both sciences do not have place for negativity, like shouting, violence, and all those things. No physical science will teach you to be harsh or violent, shout, all these things, fight, and all those things. They are not taught in physical sciences. And in spiritual sciences, there is no trace of that. Then where from we learned this? Where from we learned this sort of fighting, abusing, insulting, all these sorts of things are there? Where from? God knows. But these are all coming from the nature. Prakriti sambhavaha, sattva rajo tamo gunaha, prakriti sambhavaha. That's what is the Bhagavad Gita declares. All these things are coming from outside. You are a very pure person. They are coming from outside. Somewhere something happened, so that is being carried on like that. The virus is coming. So the virus is sitting in the brains of the humans and spoiling their life. This virus, we should, just like a coronavirus, this virus also is catching up everybody. That we should get rid of by means of meditation. My dear masters, that's very important in our life. Okay. This unconditional love, there is one video that we will play the next time. Now time is up. So I request you kindly, masters, to understand to this much that spiritual science is one of the important sciences which is a must for all of us, and which will definitely lift us from all sorts of sorrow and elevation of our life system into a very celestial life system. Upgrade our the individuality. Will be upgrading to the godhood. Okay, so we will be upgraded into godhood. That is the path of spiritual science, and which are mainly meditation, dhyana. Okay. So with this, I conclude my session. Srikant Garu.
Yes, sir. Now we will take up the question and answer session, sir.
Yes, question and answer session.
Yeah,
and I will stop sharing. Okay, because time is getting up.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Okay.
6 participant has come. Okay. Yes, Mallikarjun. Yes. Now you can speak up.
Yes.
అర్థమైందా? అర్థమైందా ఈరోజు పాఠం? అర్థమైంది. ఓకే. సో అందుకని మనం ఏ విద్య చదవాలి? ఆధ్యాత్మిక విద్య చదవాలి. Okay. We should purchase one Bhagavad Gita with you. Keep it.
Yes, sir.
Any language. Daily one sloka. You only see the meanings. You'll get to that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then, Manikanta Sai garu ekkada unnara?
ఉన్నానండి.
Sir, can you speak about you, sir? A few words. Time is short.
Well, my name is Manikanta Sai. I am from Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
So, yes, Hyderabad. And I'm just going through your session because before that I was being to this session. Patriji was talking. Patriji was being part of one session called PMC
Global.
Pyramid Valley session. He was
Okay.
talking about some spiritual science only, the same topic which we're talking about. He was
Yes.
just told one thing here in whatever the meditation you are doing, you need to have the 5 things. I mean, 5 things in the sense, first you will be a dhyani.
Yes.
Means you are just observing the breath, and then you will become the yogi. That is the no state of mind. Then comes the third one, which is called as a cosmic, receiving the cosmic energy. Then fourth, you will be the Rajarshi, where you will see the different ways of the life or something, until you will become the Brahmarshi. So
Sure.
he is talking about first, who is the non-mater should become a dhyani, then he is to be into the yogi,
Yes,
cosmic
yes.
energy, Rajarshi and Brahmarshi. So he said
100.
one thing: anyone can become dhyani, anyone can become Brahmarshi. So
Yes,
when
sir.
you're talking about the spiritual things,